Hello. How are you doing today? I wanted to do a quick video for you to tell you about a situation that I had with a client who received a marketing offer for a $995 financial plan when they had paid $7,500 for their financial plan. And this person was asking me, what is the difference between a $7,500 financial plan and a $1,000 financial plan? And I thought that would be interesting information for you if you are in the market to have a professional build you a financial plan, or you are considering building your own financial plan. What is it about financial planning that makes it so expensive, or really that makes it valuable? So, hi, I'm Nathan Garcia, and I'm a certified financial planner and retirement planning specialist. And I do videos like these to help you with understanding the different financial concepts, tactics, tools, strategies that retirees should consider as they go into retirement. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can value a financial plan, and also share with you some resources here to help improve your plan. So one of the easiest ways to get a clear understanding of the value of a financial plan is to figure out what is the purpose of that plan. I've seen recently, I would say over the past 2 years or so, a lot more financial advisors are giving away a financial plan for free. Hey, you came to my seminar, come on in and I'm going to build you a financial plan for free. Well, there's nothing that's free. Right? Everything that's offered for free is typically paid for in some other means. If you think about Facebook as an example, the platform is free, but you are the product, right? Your information is going to be sold off to advertisers so that they can put ads in front of you while you're on the platform. So while the use of the tool, while the use of Facebook is free, Facebook is actually making billions of dollars by selling your information to advertisers who want that information. So with that in mind, anytime that you're getting a free financial plan, you really have to look at the quality or the purpose of that plan. And more times than not, the end goal for that plan is to sell you a product, right? How do we position a plan in order to show you a desirable outcome that will coincidentally fit with how we make money? I see this a lot in the insurance space, where you'll have some advisors build you a plan, and then the outcome will be to buy a certain product. I tend to look at those a little bit more closely, I would say, in order to figure out, is it a true financial plan, or was it simply just put together to make a product look very good? So you shouldn't ever hesitate when asking an advisor what the purpose of that plan is, or how they get paid, or how does this influence their ability to get paid. The other thing that you want to consider with the purpose of the plan is, are you going to be engaged in a collaborative experience where you are going to be sitting down with the advisor or their team and then helping them to build the plan? Meaning you provide the data and then you discuss why things are the way they are. Why is this account owned by this person? How did the investments end up in this account? All the purpose of this money, all of that stuff. Also, typically plans are revised multiple times, so you want it to be, your financial plan should, in the ideal case, be a living version of your financial world, a dynamic model of your financial world. So you want it to be reflective of your personal situation, because so often I see folks who bring in beautiful plans that are hundreds of pages long and they're useless. The advice hasn't been implemented, it hasn't been updated, and effectively the plan is a paperweight. So you want it to be a collaborative experience to allow you to actually implement the advice and get some good value out of it. And then finally, you want to look at how that plan is going to be maintained. So is it a snapshot of your financial world and some advice that's good for that time period? Or is it a foundation for an ongoing relationship with an advisor and their team? So understanding the purpose of that plan can be really helpful with you understanding the value that that financial plan can bring for you. So the next thing that you want to consider is what information is actually being used to build that plan. Most financial plans, if you look at the CFP, the Certified Financial Planning Process, they have a couple different areas in order to build that fiduciary process. They recommend that you look at the income, investments, your insurance, and your estate plan. And those are the 4 key areas that ideally would be reflected in your financial plan. So if you're just using a plan that is narrow focused, is only for insurance purposes only, then the plan's probably not going to be as valuable for you in retirement unless that was just a weak spot and you're working with a specialist only on that one particular area. But if you think that you're getting a comprehensive plan and the suggestion is an insurance product, then you might find that that's just not the best option for you. Another thing that I see pretty frequently with clients is they come in with outdated statements. And I'll give you an example. I was working with somebody back in October who had brought me statements from April of 2018. So this individual was asking for help with projecting what their finances would look like for the next 25 years, and they were giving me outdated information. Well, I can't give you advice. You really shouldn't rely on advice that's built on such outdated information. So ideally, you want to connect your current accounts so that we have a accurate picture of what's going on in your financial world. So you want to have as much good quality information as possible, and you want that information to be as current as possible. The other piece to it is that you want to consider which assumptions are being used for the plan itself. Oftentimes, you see plans that will show that you just have continued growth throughout the future. So you might start off in retirement when you go to retire with a $2 million net worth, and by the time that you die at age 95, you're worth $35 million. Well, how did that come to be? More often than not, it's a reflection of the assumptions that are baked into that financial planning software. And a lot of those assumptions are coming standard with the programs, and they need to be updated and they need to be tuned a little bit so that it's more reflective of reality. Because without that, you might be painting a picture of a future that really is less likely to come true. Right, so you want to look at those areas. If this is helpful for you, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up in the video below, or leave me a comment if you think I could improve. I'm always looking to make it more relevant and entertaining for you. The other thing is that if you have some questions about your retirement and you're finding this is kind of interesting, go ahead and click on GarciaSecureAct.com and register for that free training. That is a training that I put together to bring you up to speed on a new law that was passed last month that is one of the biggest changes to retirement planning that's happened in the past decade. So if you retired in the past 12 months and you haven't accounted for those changes, then you're going to be in for some surprise. If you're getting ready to retire, then you definitely want to make sure that you're taking into account the new rules that come along with that legislation. So I've built a resource for you that you can get completely for free when you register at GarciaSecureAct.com. All right, now let's move on to the final way that you can value a financial plan, and that is by just looking at the person who is building the plan themselves. Typically, you want to work with somebody who has some experience with building financial plans and has been doing so for folks like you. So if I'm a business owner and I'm considering putting in a profit sharing plan into my company, then I'm going to need a different type of financial plan than if I was a divorcee and I'm looking at rebuilding my life after my spouse and I have been separated. So you want to work with somebody who has good experience in building financial plans for folks in your situation so that you can get the most relevant information possible, the most relevant advice possible. The other consideration that that I would have is the credentials that come along with that individual. Are they a chartered financial consultant, a chartered financial analyst, a CPA, a CFP, a certified financial planner? What makes that person valuable or credentialed to build you a financial plan? I would look for somebody who's a certified financial planner if you are looking at a retirement plan, but you want somebody who has the credentials to build a plan for whatever the goal is for your situation. And looking at their credentials can kind of give you a pretty quick understanding of what their expertise is and what their specialty is. The final thing that you would consider with that individual is ask them which programs are they using to build their plan. Are they just using a simple software to put together a plan in 15-20 minutes, or are they using a proprietary spreadsheet where they built out some different assumptions and models that they're going to share with you, or are they using professional grade tools that they're going to be using, and they get information from this tool for your Social Security and this tool for your taxes, and then they bring all of that information back into this tool in order to build a model and a projection for 30 years. Those tend to be a little bit more robust and durable plans. It's just like buying tools. It tends to be that not one company has really built is a specialist in all areas, right? So it's the same thing with financial planning software. A lot of the softwares that are out there are great for about 80% of what needs to be done. But when it comes to more complicated things like looking at illiquid investments or looking at advanced tax planning strategies or Social Security analysis, that may not be as robust of a tool than what you could get outside of the outside of that software. So those are some things that I would consider when you're talking to the individual who's going to be building the plan. You know, is it them who's going to be building it? How long have they been building plans? Which software are they using? How do they go about that? And you really want to ask those questions up front so that you can get a pretty clear understanding of the value that that person brings to the table. So how do you value a financial plan? Well, the easiest way to do it is to look at the I'll go back here. Look at the purpose of the plan itself. Is it just used as a sales tool, or is it actually used to deliver financial advice? You also want to look at the data that's being used to build the plan. So are they building a comprehensive plan for you that's based on your entire financial world, or is this a financial plan that's only focused on one area of your finances? And then finally, you want to look at who is actually building the plan. Is it the college intern who has just learned about financial planning from the 6 months they've been at the company, or is it a veteran who's been building plans for 12 years and they have gone through every iteration of the financial planning software that's out there? They know the shortcomings, they know how to stitch together all the right programs in order to deliver a professional analysis for you. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up or a comment down below just to let me know that you're getting some value from it. And if you ever want to get in touch with me, you can do so using the information here, and that would give you the opportunity to get your questions answered that are specific to your situation. And again, there's a link for the free training that I put together at garciasecuract.com that will share with you some information on the latest updates that Congress has passed that will influence your retirement plan. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.